working with your orthographic drawings. Up here, we've shown you how to insert a part and project some views. An auxiliary view is basically just going to allow you from an edge to show a side part or a different part of your drawing. So you can see here, by doing the same thing and click on that edge, it's going to show me the left side of our pencil sharpener. If I was to do an auxiliary view on the base, exactly the same thing. It's going to be showing us the underside. It's going to show us the top part. We've then got our section view up here. So if I wanted to say cut this piece in half here, I could create a section view from there to there and over to the right hand side. It is going to show us half of our pencil sharpener, so that is the internal part. So if you were to cut it exactly in half, that is what you would see with the tapered part for the pencil. Obviously that's not centralized, so it cuts off part of the way, and that would be labeled AA, as you can see there, A and A. You can move that around, but obviously it's going to be dragging everything with it because it's attached to your parent part, which is this part here. So you have to be careful about which bits you have got. We have got, what is next? Our line section view is very unlikely you're going to be using that. Broken out section view, exactly the same thing. You can draw a profile. We have got a detailed view. You might want to use a detailed view for something. You're basically going to create a circle, say here, and it will show you a very close-up section. Okay, and you can drag that and put that anywhere. You can scale it however you wish. As you can see the scale down here, you can change that. It might be if there's a really detailed or complex part that you need, or section of the part that you need to be showing a bit closer. Talking about that, 5 to 1, 5 to 1. You'll notice here it says on my sheet 6 to 1. That's because when I initially brought this part in, it was 6 to 1 on the sheet drawing, hence why it is now showing that as 5 to 1. If I was to change this by double clicking on it and going 5 to 1, press the green tick, like so, I could then delete these because we know that they are a 5 to 1 scale because the sheet is telling us that. We have also got broken views. That's if you're doing really long pieces. So if you've got a long pole that you need and you want to have it to normal scale, like for things at the rest of the page, you can break the view and it basically tells you you can basically build a dimension from the top length with a broken section. We've also got this ordinate dimension, and that is going to allow us to dimension from one point, as such, this point here, and then from every point onwards, it will be, it's going the wrong direction. Oops. If I just come out of that and delete those two, delete that one, and go back to it, it's going to be showing from here, and then we go to there, then we're going to go to here, and we're going to go to here, here, etc. Okay, that's going to show you the dimensions from a point all the way along if you've got lots of lines like we have got here. So you can tidy that up. And it basically means it's just a little bit easier for people to see what's going on with these lines. We have also got the whole thread callout, which is very useful for us here because we have got this whole, so if I click on there, it's telling us diameter 1.6, depth of 2, it's an M2 thread, etc. All right, so that's very, very helpful to save you time rather than drawing, say, a note, which people might have done in the past, click, and they would have started by saying 1.6 diameter, etc. Could be useful though if you want to make notes on your drawing about certain things. You can do these anywhere. It might be useful for the person that you're sending them to. Otherwise, in terms of other things that you're going to be using, up here, if you wanted to say have a center point of this product, you could. So you could show where your center point is, like that. It's probably not going to be that accurate. It's much better to use the edge to center line. So we can click on here, and that's going to give you the exact position. If you're dimensioning unsymmetrical things, that's quite useful. Again, you've got your, for the circles, so say we've got a circle here, we've got a circle here, we've got a circle here. Ideally, they need to be on a circular position. Okay, so if I was to put this circle here, move this around, you'd want that center point there to be attached to your point, this center point here to be attached to a point, and this center point here to be attached to a point. Let's put it on there just to make it a little bit easier. Get rid of this, and then you can come up and you can have your center point tool, which helps you to basically show where the center of your circles are for dimensioning. That can be very useful depending on what you are doing. So those are a quick overview. Again, if you want to draw on things or add bits in, you can certainly use these tools up here as well.